Let's talk about the drop-off process. We have new consigners each season, and I'm sure they're thinking, oh gosh, how long is drop-off going to take? What's entailed in drop-off? So let's kind of give you a step-by-step procedure. First of all, the reason we have a scheduled drop-off is so that you do not have to spend hours here getting your items dropped off. We know exactly how many people should be here per hour. Not everyone cannot show up at one time. So realistically, I would plan for 30 to 45 minutes, but many times you're in and out within 20 minutes. So, you know, it'll take a little while, but it's not going to take the full hour. And also, while we're talking about that full hour, you don't have to show up at the beginning of the hour. As long as you're here anytime during that hour, you're fine. So if your drop-off appointment's from 11 to 12 and you get here at 11:45, you're still within your hour, you're good to go. So the first thing you want to do when you get here is, if there are rolling racks available outside, grab your rolling rack and go ahead and put your hanging clothes on those. You want your hanging clothes sorted by gender and by size, because you're going to have to do that before you can leave your clothes with us. So make sure you do that. Then once you get your clothes on the rolling rack, you can find the person that's outside, that's one of our volunteers or one of our workers, and they will have the list of registered consigners. Make sure that you have your correct seller ID number on there. That's the first thing we have to do before anything's brought in this store. We want to know that you've put the correct seller ID on your items. And you also are going to verify your information, like your address, your phone number, things like that with us as well. If there are any changes to be made, you'll make sure at the end when you see me, you tell me those changes. The volunteer that's outside will ask you if you have any items at $75 or greater. If you do, you will be replacing your 3x5 index card with a fluorescent green 3x5 index card. And the reason is we give an extra 10% to the consignor for any item sold at $75 or greater. So we have to hand calculate that, and we just pull those fluorescent green tags at the end of the sale so we can calculate that extra 10%. The other thing that's outside are the recall books. This is an example of one. We have many recall books. They're sorted by toys, clothing, shoes, whatever. Baby equipment, baby swings, things like that. Please make sure before you get here you check the cpsc.gov website to see if any of your items have been recalled. Because if we accept an item that's been recalled, we did not catch it on the front end, then that item will not be returned to you. We do not want those back in the hands of somebody who might end up using it with a child and then the child be hurt. So, you know, there's a lot of times there's quick fixes for these things. You may even get a new toy versus your old toy if you'll just check to see if it's been recalled, and if it has, then you contact the manufacturer. The CPSC will give you all the directions you need for what you do with that recalled item. Once you've done all that, you'll bring your rolling rack in and you'll wait for one of our checkers to go through your clothing items. Now, you know, we have a lot of restrictions. We don't have a lot, but we have some restrictions, such as on shoes, on junior hanging items and maternity hanging things, as well as on overall, you can only have 150 items. So you may want to bring in or bring some extra just in case you have some things rejected. So let's talk about our lighting. And when they're checking your clothes, we're going to be using our new lights, which we hope will help those stains be spotted much more easily. Now, you know, we really try hard to have the best quality that we can. And the only way we can do that is with your help. We need you to check it before you even get here. And if, by chance, you're having your clothing checked and some things are rejected, please don't get your feelings hurt. It is nothing personal. It is just, you know, I've had things rejected because I can't see them at home, but when I get here, stains will show up, especially underneath fluorescent lights, and also hopefully with our new lights that will help as well. So don't let that offend you or get your feelings hurt, or if you have any question about what's being rejected, say for instance it's an out of season item. You know, we want fall and winter items in the fall, and although there are some garments that are year-round for us, such as denim shorts, khaki shorts, short sleeve shirts. As long as it's not summer themed, you're good, you know, or seersucker, something that's specifically for one season or the other. You know, you only want to consign it during that season. But there are many year-round items. Once your clothes are checked, the checker will also give you a waiver form. You've got to put your count of your number of items, your seller ID, and that's what you're going to turn into me at the end. But before you do that, you'll go back out, get the rest of your items, bring those in. Your loose items are going to go on the left-hand side of the store if you're facing the store, and then your clothing, of course, goes on the right. And then you'll come to me, and you'll turn in your waiver form, and you'll make any changes you need to make with me, and I'll give you your tickets for your ticket for consignor pre-sale, as well as if you're volunteering, your volunteer tickets, and your information sheet that just tells you when pickup would be. We also will have extra flyers if you want to take some to your work, to your school, to your preschool, to your church, wherever it may be. We have lots of flyers for you to help us spread the word. Thank you.